All right, well, we're doing some fun stuff today. I I'm trying to get this set up ready for like streaming, and I have no idea how it's gonna go. It looks like with YouTube I have to wait 24 hours before I can actually stream anything. So we're gonna do a couple of tests here, just to see how sound is on this mic, but also the mic that I have behind my drum kit and see how that goes. Okay, well, it looks like I was able to get OBS connected to my YouTube channel, which is cool. Hopefully that is good to go and I'm not going to experience too many issues there. Um, yeah, so I kind of just want to start, I think, doing some practicing on stream. And mostly because I think the process of learning the drums is super interesting. Um, it's very frustrating, so there will probably be cursing or, you know, uh, moments where I put my sticks down and I have to, like, I don't know, take a break. My drum instructor says taking an ice cream break, basically. So, yeah. Um, I guess anytime I'm sitting at the kit, I'm kind of just like, lately I've just been kind of tooling around, and sometimes I will play a specific pattern or a specific beat that I learned recently, or I'll even practice songs. So right now, I guess I'm just gonna do a couple of test runs here to see how this all turns out, and we'll see how the sound is. We'll see if I need to mix anything differently. I know I need to eventually get like a better. I need to actually get a drum throne, so that I can sit on something that's not this chair. It's fine for what I need it for, but it can be a little frustrating sometimes. It's not like incredibly comfortable when you're sitting here for, several hours on end or whatever. Okay, I guess I will just go ahead and start playing some stuff and see how it turns out. Okay, that warm up exercise that I just did, I don't remember what my drum instructor called it. I don't know if there's a particular name for it, but basically it's to start uh, developing limb independence between. Well, I didn't use a lot of my left foot for like the hi-hat, but it's to get you used to moving around the kit, and that's something that I've been practicing. I'm still not great at playing it very fast, but something that he has me do is playing. They're called singles. So every time you strike the drum once, with any one of your limbs, that is a single. A double might be something like this. See, I already fucked it up. So, yeah, so doubles are when you're playing on one hand twice versus going between the two with a single stroke. Anyway, I'm not here to try and teach you a bunch of stuff, but if you want to learn, like that, it helps me create a deeper understanding of the drums, and you can also learn something too, which is cool. Um, yeah, so that was something that I've been practicing. And then I guess beyond that, I've just been kind of playing around with a bunch of stuff. But I think I might actually play something out of. I've got a million sticks already. Yeah, my instructor, I asked him a couple weeks ago how many pairs of sticks he carries with him at any given time, and he said he has about 6 in his bag at all times because they can break, they will break. I've only broken one pair of sticks though. I have a second pair that's on its way out. I can tell they're getting a little thin towards the top, so those will be dead soon. But yeah, I'm working out of this set of books called Play Drums Now, and I actually have a few of them. I have a Playing with Songs. I have Sport Rudiments, and then I have Drumset Grooves. I'm missing a couple of the books from lessons too, and somehow I managed to skip all of the first drum or book lessons or whatever. And I think that's just because I already had some experience with music from a previous life, i.e., high school. So some of these are a little more complicated than others, especially as you get further into the book, obviously. I think what I might do is probably just run through a couple as like a warm up and something that I like to do now that I've grown accustomed to this particular book. I pretty much just like play. Okay, I guess I should probably show what's going on here. So in this book, you have a series of different rhythms, and ideally, when you start off, you're meant to just play them by themselves. But now that I've been doing this for a little bit now, I think a little over a year maybe, or I'm getting pretty close to a year, if not having already surpassed that. Um, I will just go through and kind of just play each measure a couple, well, sorry, they're half measures. I'll play, these a couple of times through and then move on fluidly to the next exercise. There are a couple that I do get hung up on still here, but it'll be good practice and, you know, we'll just kind of run through it, I guess. So I highly recommend these books. I think that they're cool. If anybody wants, like, I think you can get them on Amazon, but the person who I think he owns the drum shop that I go to, he wrote these and has put them online. And he's actually, he told me that he's working on some other projects too, which is pretty cool, to get those more readily available to people as far as exercises are concerned. If you want to learn drums, I think he was talking about maybe developing an app or something. So that's kind of neat too. All right, we'll see if that works. It's a little bit far away, but I think I can see it from here. And yeah, I guess I will just give it a try. Number 7 is where I get kind of messed up here. All right. So like all the other ones are pretty fluid, and I don't know if anyone here is really familiar with music, but you're about to learn some maybe things today. I don't know. But number 7 right there has you playing the rhythm a little bit differently. So as you're developing limb independence and then also trying to play similar beats on top of each other, like say the snare and the bass drum at the same time, you could get really tripped up pretty easily, actually. You'd think it would be incredibly easy, but it's not always it's not always that easy. So anyway, the rest of these exercises up until 7 blend pretty easily together, and it's like not very difficult to transition. But this one, for whatever reason, I still have to work on. So I guess we'll give that a shot. I don't think it'll be too difficult. It's just you just need to put reps in, I guess. That's really what like learning the drums are about. Especially if you already have some sense of rhythm. It just takes time, and there have definitely been times where I'll walk into my drum lesson and I'll be like, I really don't think I'm going to get this. And I get visibly frustrated, during my lesson. And I get frustrated at home too when I'm practicing certain things that don't just like come to me automatically. But then after you put in a few reps, you take a break or you go get ice cream, again, as my instructor likes to say. And then you come back to it and sometimes your brain just like snaps into place, and it's an amazing process. Like I love it. It's very rewarding. If this is something that you are into or that you enjoy doing, like I highly recommend giving it a shot, trying to do something like, and you're never too old. That's the thing, is like, I'm in my mid 30s, and I already had music experience, so it does help. I'm not saying that doesn't make a difference, right? But I'm learning a new skill, and you're not really too old to pick something new up. Like at my drum shop, we have what's called drum karaoke, and like there's a whole mix of people, right? Some people there are a little bit older. Some of them are my age, some of them are younger. Some of them are as young as like 3 or 4 years old. I'm not even kidding. There's this little kid that goes up and plays Rush. And his arms are a little short and the sticks are a little bit awkward because they're too big. But he just kills it, man. And that was like part of the reason why I felt even, I don't know, just seeing everybody go up and play, and especially the little kid who wasn't afraid of anything. Um, that motivated me to also do the same thing, and it can be a terrifying experience, but like when you knock something out and you really enjoy it and you had a fun time doing it, um it's amazing. It's great. So anyway, okay, back to practice. I'm going to try this exercise with number 7 and see if I can't get it the first time. All right, I think I figured it out. It's just a little weird at first. Okay, so apparently I didn't have it right away. Um, so I'm going a little bit too fast, and what I need to do is just practice it very slowly a few times, and then it will come together. Like I already have kind of the fundamentals of the exercise, but um, when I'm trying to go too fast, like I'm trying to input either a bass drum or a snare hit or whatever in the wrong place. So slow it down, try it again, and then speed up after you feel like you've gotten it. Okay, so I was able to pretty much knock that one out. Um, and then yeah, if you're interested in learning more about like the ins and outs of practicing, um, once you've sped it up a little bit, and at least this works for me. This is how I usually approach practicing. I will start slow, move faster, and then give myself a little bit of a break and work on something else for a little while. Come back to it and see if I can't um, come into it at the same like speed that I left it at, if that makes sense. So yeah, I guess I'll just practice a couple other things here. What time am I at for recording? 15 minutes. It's not too bad. Okay. I don't really anticipate doing these videos super long, but if I'm doing a live stream, I might want to go longer, but this is really just to see how how it sounds, I guess. All right. So, I'll practice number 8 now, which has some weird stuff going on too, and then I think I'll call it good for practice. Okay. Yeah, so that one 8 was very similar to um, exercise 5, which goes like this. Well, it would help if I didn't fuck it up. And the difference between that and 8 is that the snare hit is not in between your bass drum anymore. You're playing the snare at the same time with the bass. So that's where it gets a little tricky, and that's where your brain, gets a little bit of a workout. If anyone also is interested in like these exercises and maybe they want to learn, and honestly, uh, if you want to learn and start learning some of these things, get yourself a pair of sticks. I have a little practice pad. I think I got it used for my drum shop, and it cost like maybe 20 to 30 bucks. I can't remember exactly, but pretty affordable. And like I'm even renting this kit out as well for $25 a month until I think it's after I've been there a year, I own the kit. So like some stores might allow you to run that kind of deal. I don't know if all of them do, but the one that I go to does. So it's it's a nice little it's a way to get equipment without having to shell out a lot of cash right away. So anyway, um, okay, so maybe what I will do is finish out the stream with a song or playing along to a song. I'll see if I can find a drumless track free. There's a bunch of stuff on YouTube that you can find to play along to. Spacey Groove, drumless track backing track. I don't know if I have. Let's see if I can get this to record first. Window capture, media source. I actually don't know. Create new. Well, that's a local file. We don't want that. Well, anyway, maybe I'll just cut this video off here and see how this pans out, and then Maybe at the end of the next video that I do or the live stream or whatever, I will play to some music and then, go from there. But thanks for hanging out, I guess. Hopefully, this is enjoyable to somebody. And let me know if you have any questions. I would love to, you know, help people on whatever musical journey they're on. Deuces.